All right, folks, we are live. Look at us, AB overachievers. Actually going live after a win, and boy, well, let's start with just hey, got a win. We advance to the second round. We get a matchup with Rick Pitino. Darren Peterson was awesome. Pretty fun game until about the last, you take out the first 10 minutes and the last 5 minutes, and that was an awesome game. Yes, shout out Colby, subscribe.
Thank you.
But a lot to talk about because that was a wild basketball game. I mean, obviously the offense came out looking as dreadful as it did against Houston, which didn't seem possible. But then Darren Peterson kind of got going. So I don't know. I guess give me your initial thoughts. And I'm still wrapping my brain about what we just saw that final 5 minutes. That was banana land. We'll talk a lot about that. But yeah, give me your initial thoughts. How you feeling after that one?
I mean, for a long time, I was like so excited for Sunday just because, and not that I'm not. I think at the end of the day, survive and advance, we're fine. But to see DP start hitting some shots feels like it's been a while. Just to kind of see us succeeding felt nice.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows what that first 10 minutes was not basketball. It
Yeah.
was, I was just laughing the whole time. Like, what do you do? Either
Yeah.
side, layups, dunks, just nothing working for anybody. But I don't know, dude. I feel like we got our number one pick back, and that's like enough optimism for me to now. Would I like him to touch the ball in the final 5 minutes? Sure. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But they didn't seem to. But I don't know. Like I said, surviving advance, we're fine. Doesn't matter how ugly it is, we're fine. And this is going to be a good thing. Mark that down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, by the way, Cole, I was way too scared of waking the baby. So I had to move from my office in the basement to the middle of the living room in the basement. So that's why it looks like I'm in a cluttered basement. So yeah, I don't know. I want to be concerned about, or I don't. I'm not overly concerned about the fact that this game ended up being that close because what that Daniels dude did was just, I mean, some of those shots he was making was outrageous late in
Mm.
that game. Now, the thing that was concerning is how poorly we executed offensively late in that game. And like as they were coming back and as they cut it to like 13, I mean, you would have thought that game was a 4-point game the way the crowd and Daniels was acting when it was 13. But I was like, okay, I'm not worried. And maybe a little bit of game pressure is good for this team. Like my whole thought was, okay, well, now we can kind of go set something up to say, okay, DP, go get a bucket. Like go be a closer, go finish this game. And boy, did we do the complete opposite of that. I think we went, somebody fact checked me in the chat, but like we had to have gone 4 possessions where he did not touch the ball. And when Trey White waved off Darren Peterson, I was speechless. And did you feel like Bill kind of froze? I just felt like he wasn't doing anything. It was weird, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because we had three timeouts and they just
Yeah.
kept coming and coming and coming, and we didn't call one until it got to six. And that's the other thing. Like it got to six, like whatever. It's not like it got to one or something. It's not like we needed Nick Timberlake to make free throws on a ghost call, but like
Yeah.
it was odd to see. It was almost like he was just telling him, "Go figure it out yourselves," until he absolutely needed to. Which
Yeah.
I guess in a way I can understand, but at the same time, it's kind of a weird time to be trying that when a couple more things go wrong. Your season's over. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's like the other thing that was weird to me is, and I guess part of it's on Peterson because he definitely wasn't trying that hard to come get the ball. But like, why was Melvin Council out of the game?
he
Like,
had four fouls, but still,
I don't know. It was just strange. Like, the whole scenario late in that game was strange to me. And it felt like, yeah, like part of like what you just said, it was so weird that at one point I was like, is Self like trying to teach them a lesson right now? Like, is he like, I'm just going to let them figure it out and not coach this at all and not call a timeout and see how they handle it? And now he knows that they failed by a lot because nobody found a way. Like, I mean, and I don't know, maybe that's, to me, that's on Melvin Council and Darren Peterson, both of them, to make sure he gets the ball in that scenario. And what were the shots we took late in that game? I think Trey White took 2 threes that missed. Did he take a pull-up jumper too? Like, what were the shots we settled for?
Yeah. It's so weird though, because it's like you watch college basketball around. If BYU's needs a bucket badly late and struggling offensively, who's getting the ball? If Arkansas needs a bucket, who's getting the ball? Like if Duke needs a bucket, where's it going? Like it's just weird that they consistently refuse. The wave off was crazy. I didn't even see it live. I had to go back and watch it after you texted about it. It's just like what are we doing?
Yeah. It was weird. I mean, obviously we have to spend time talking about that because that's like the story of what just happened. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, like, do I think those final 5 minutes really? Now, I guess it is very concerning to think about because from here on out, every game, if we're in it, is going to be a high pressure final 2-3 minutes games. And it's like, if we can't find a way to get Darren Peterson the ball against Cal Baptist, who, by the way, well, I don't want to get us on another tangent. We got to talk about how horrible they looked to the first 20, 40, 35 minutes of that game. Stunning.
I've got a lot to say about them.
But like that's what scares me is that, and whether you want to say DP wasn't trying hard enough to get open, or you want to blame the players or blame self, Cal Baptist shouldn't be hard to get your best player the ball. And St. John's is just so active defensively in a situation like that, like in a chaotic moment late in a game. I am terrified to see how this team handles that, because if that was a foreshadowing for how we will handle it, we are going to be in some trouble. So I don't know. Obviously, Darren Peterson was awesome. That's 100% the main positive is that, and he really still didn't even make shots. I think we just saw
he went on that stretch though. I don't know what he finished, but he was 10 for 15 at one point. Like a stretch. Obviously, he started over 6. And
yeah,
I don't know how many more shots he took after that, but I mean, there was a stretch that he went on where he looked like he was the best player in the sport.
Yeah,
pros
and
included.
Sneaky was like massive that it happened, because if he doesn't make, he scores 6 points in 10 seconds basically, and without that, I think that game is at 9 or 10, way earlier than it actually was. Oh, interesting. Is this the early line? I guess that's kind of what we.
I mean, you called that a week ago.
Yeah,
I mean, laughing at people saying we're already eliminated before the second round starts. Like,
oh yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to feel. I think if we would have just rolled through that game and won like 77-55, I think I'd feel a lot better. I don't know. Like, I can't decide how much I want to take into account the final 5 to 7 minutes of that game, because again, Daniels was just, that was outrageous. And then we just kind of like melted. I don't know. It was weird. I can't get over that whole scenario there.
So I kind of mentioned earlier, I think it could be a good thing, but at the same time, like, it's all these trends that I usually like when I'm not a fan of either team telling me that KU's going to win. It's the fact that I've watched every game and every minute, except for the final 12 minutes of the Houston semifinal game. That makes me think otherwise. Like, everyone's picking St. John's. There's not a single person that's taking KU when everyone's doing their brackets. St. John's looked awesome and kind of just snoozed through. We looked awesome for a little bit, but had to fight late and kind of look like shit. That's the thing everyone's going to remember. I feel like that's a good spot usually. The team that didn't look very good versus the team that was lights out their first game. But I don't know. I also watched the last however many minutes, and I watched some of the games this year where we looked like we couldn't compete with a high school team.
Yeah. And like what I even said, like when B-Turn was excited we got St. John's, like all I kept thinking was, but the way they pressure the ball, like they're just so good defensively, and they're athletic and they're long and they're quick. And to me, I'm very scared for that matchup. Like I'm very concerned that we could see not as bad as Houston was, because Houston just does it at another level. But I do think they're going to really disrupt our ability to get anything going offensively, and they're going to make it hard for Darren Peterson to get the ball. And I would say by far the most concerning thing about this team right now is that Melvin Council is just nothing. Like he is a no factor.
It's
Now,
kind of
maybe
been that way for a little bit.
Yeah. And even like, I don't know, I guess this is a big team, maybe kind of a tough matchup for Flory, but Flory doesn't do a whole lot tonight, and he's got to go up against Zuby, who's an absolute force on Sunday.
You know who did do a lot?
Big Paul.
Big Paul. Yeah, I think you tweeted it from the pod. It was this Cole Aldridge moment.
Yes. Dude.
That was crazy. And it was unexpected because it was real basketball stuff. I feel like usually when he comes in, it's like he's just such a spaz, and it's like Big Dave early in his career, or KJ early on, where it's just like you could tell they've got a few tools, but they really need some fine-tuning. And tonight, I mean, he had a couple post moves and little pump fake things to get an open dunk. Like he actually looked like he was playing the sport and not just out there because he's 7 feet tall.
And like blocking shots, like, and even there were times I don't think he blocked shots, but still like clearly impacted their shots at the rim. It was very funny. Like it went from, oh, cute little Paul is in. Like I just love Paul. I find him
He's
to be
so cute out there.
A goofy little character. He just runs up and down the court, and all of a sudden it was like, is this guy Olajuwon? Like he posts up and does a nice little move up and under. I was like, okay, maybe we need to take this dude serious. So. That was a fun development. But yeah, I mean, no better time for Melvin Council to turn back into the Melvin Council we know, and it would be pretty awesome to do it against, he's from New York, right? So St. John's, that would be cool to do that against your hometown, home state team. But yeah, I think he has to be really good for us to win Sunday. Like, or do you see a scenario where DP can just drag us in a rock fight where he scores enough, similar to like how Remy did against Creighton, maybe, or I don't know, maybe that, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Remy had a huge first half that kept us in that Creighton game. I can't remember the second half.
Yeah. I mean, I think DP could. I don't really want to rely on it completely, but in a game that we know, I don't know what the total is. I saw people commenting on the spread. But I would imagine the totals in the 130s, 140s.
Yeah.
And you kind of need all the buckets you can get. So anything that gets him downhill and moving where we don't have to worry about our half court offense, which clearly at times just doesn't work, and steal a handful of buckets, whether it's him or him driving and dishing or missing his attempt. 143.5. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Melvin's got to do something. We can't have a non-factor at point guard. That's not how the tournament works.
Yeah. It feels like, and I mean, I think we've known this the whole year. For this team to be a legit like Final Four contender, you've got to have Melvin and Trey White playing at their best. And you've somehow got to make that work with Darren Peterson. And that is by far the most concerning thing. Is I'm not sure we've seen that. I know Baylor and Iowa State probably is the closest we've seen to all three of those guys clicking together. I can't remember if Council had good numbers those games, but we really haven't seen it, especially since DP's been fully integrated back into this team.
K-State, I suppose, but that doesn't count. They're not a team.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's just going to take a good performance. It's March. It's what you got to do. I was sitting there thinking, like, how would you be feeling right now if we were about to play, who are the other fives? Vanderbilt, or God, would have loved to play High Point, maybe. Yeah. Or Tech, or like, I don't know. I still feel like I hate this matchup for us, but I don't know. I don't know.
Vandy's pretty sick. I think I'd be more scared of Vandy than St. John's. I just think St. John's is very similar to us. They're just liable for a 45-point outing every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, they went the final 17 minutes against UConn without making one shot. Like that's impossible.
And they really weren't that good offensively today in the second half.
No, like they're not a good offensive team. So like I don't know. I'm just really going to lean on the fact that I haven't seen anybody take us to win, and lean on into that because usually that's how it goes. But man,
Yeah.
how good would we be feeling right now if Siena's big white center made a dunk to go up 15 points and they ended up winning
Dude,
that one? And our quarter
seriously.
of the bracket was TCU, Siena, us, and St. John's.
I know, dude. But I don't know. Do you think TCU gives Duke a game tomorrow?
Kind of. Not like I kind of think so, but kind of like the way that it's, maybe single digits most, or within like 5 most of the game, kind of back and forth, and then Duke wins by 12.
Okay. So
Something
no.
along those lines.
I was meaning more
Or
like, does
like a
TCU have a chance to win
close
with
finish.
under 2 minutes left? I kind of feel like, I don't know. I just think TCU's sneaky good. Like
They almost did it a couple years ago,
Yeah,
or the year
and
we
I mean
won it, maybe.
yeah, they get against that 1 seed Arizona team. So I don't know. It'll be, and TCU's so weird to me because even if TCU did have a lead late in that game, like we see how they handle game pressure moments. I guess they handled it decently against Ohio State, but they also did blow a huge lead. So
Yeah.
I don't know how to judge TCU, but I do feel like Duke is just kind of like limping in here. And I almost think Duke would have benefited from losing in the ACC tournament. Like, I just feel like they are so due to lose the game. And I hope I'm not incredibly wrong here. But, 4:15
Tip times.
Sunday. Tip times. Did you check this source, Cole? Because AB has burned the listeners before, but this won't be on you, AB.
Sorry, I got to text my friend that said there was no way that KU would be playing at 4:15 when I predicted it 4 hours ago.
Well, what did he think?
He said 6, so I said suck my dick from the back.
Okay. Wow.
Shout out Toad. Shout out Toad. Well, now I want to look at the old what else we got. It's one of my favorite moments of every tournament, just finding out when everyone's playing.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think. I feel like the Sunday primetime slot is usually like that 11 or 1, right? But San Diego screws it up.
I'm so sick of this. Teams are getting so screwed this year. Both days, we have a team that played in the latest slate possible that has to play at 11 a.m. No, it's Purdue and Miami.
Oh, Miami's getting screwed by this committee, dude, or this whole system.
I think Purdue's losing. I actually picked Mizzou to the Sweet 16 in my bracket. First Sweet 16 team I lost. Second Sweet. The other one was Akron. Just trying to get some
Akron
upset
too.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much Mizzou just wasted that opportunity. I mean, incredible crowd. From what I didn't have audio on it very often, but seems like an incredible crowd and just did Mizzou things and completely blew that gift they were given by the selection committee. So yeah, Miami should be pissed, man. Playing late, a road game late, and you got to turn around and play 11 a.m. It's a shame. But
they're doing it tomorrow too with St. Louis.
Yeah,
they got to play at 11 a.m. against Michigan.
Which I think I disagree. I think I'm so out on the. Obviously, I'm so out on the ACC. Who won in the ACC besides Miami and Duke?
Virginia.
Oh, well, yeah, barely.
Battled, though.
Yeah. That white guy.
How many teams made it? SMU lost. UNC lost. Is that it? NC State lost in the first 4.
Clemson lost. NC State lost. So all those Duke fans that were harassing me for weeks. It looks like I was right. And by the way, Duke almost lost to Siena. So like ACC, Miami, I guess, has been the only one that's actually had a decent showing here. So maybe they will beat Purdue. But why do you think Purdue loses? You just like feel like it's Purdue. Is it more of who Purdue is, or is it because of the team or the matchup?
None of the above. It's just kind of the theory that I always say. When a team that's kind of struggling in the regular season to finish, but then they go on a run in the conference tournament, and then they kind of come out flat in the big dance. So that's really all I've got. I mean, I don't know, and they're kind of due for one.
We haven't really had that. Here's the turn, man. Out in San Diego. I don't know. I guess that game was wild, dude. I feel like we just watched 3 different basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really similar to Sanford. Like, dude, that crowd.
It was a road game.
Well, yeah. And then, I don't know, B-Turn, if you want to hop on, like, can you join right now? I don't know why we're chatting via live chat. But yeah, that crowd was insane. And it was just weird. Like the start, we came out, KU came out, I don't know. I don't think we came out flat. Did you feel like we came out flat, or were we just not hitting shots?
Maybe a little too amped up even. I don't know. It just didn't even look like the sport. It was bizarre.
Oh wait, B-Turn, I'll send you a link if you want to join. I don't know how much longer we'll go, but I'll just send it to you so we can stop communicating via chat during the live show.
You like that?
Yeah, I didn't think we came out like that. Wasn't like a typical what we've seen self teams do before, where they just look kind of tired and shell shocked in an NCAA tournament game. But it was weird. Like I couldn't believe we were still missing layups after the Houston game. Like I thought we were for sure going to make a ton of shots today.
We started to.
Yeah. But then yeah, what did we finish shooting from the field? I saw we were 4 of 18 from 3.
Final? Or is that like during the game? I'll pull it up.
Well, maybe that was the rest of the team. Or did DP just make all 4 of our threes?
No, we were 4 of 19 from 3. 26 of 65 from the field. So yeah, DP made all of them, right? He had 4.
Yeah. Wow.
That's going to need to be fixed.
We shot 40% from the field. But dude, I don't know. Like that kind of has me feeling.
I know where you're going, but we've been saying this for weeks too.
I know. And Trey White was sneaky, really bad tonight, especially late in that game. And it's like he had. How long has it been since we've seen Trey White be really, really good for like a 3-week stretch? I don't know, man. I want to believe so bad because as we were texting about this weekend, like a second weekend, a Sweet 16 matchup with Duke would feel like a freaking Final Four at this point. Like I just need a second weekend in my life so bad. And I want to believe so badly that either Melvin Council and Trey White, maybe both, or Flory, or somebody is just going to have that step up moment that we talk about for years, where we're tweeting clips of it for years, because I think DP is going to deliver. I think DP is going to play good. He's proved that he mostly can, but somebody's got to help him. And that's the most scary part right now is I don't know who's helping him.
Yeah, I mean, because once we play better teams with better athletes, they're not going to let DP get as much as he got tonight in terms of like looks and open shots. Like we saw with Houston, he was getting harassed. I mean, you couldn't do anything. So I don't know. I just so you're picking us to lose? You think we're losing? Not to make you do a prediction 25 minutes in.
No, I don't think I'm not picking us to lose. I haven't fully thought about, because again, that game has my mind in a pretzel. Like I think if the final 5 minutes of that game doesn't happen, I think I would have been feeling really good about us winning, because I loved how when they went on their little run, DP handled it well. Like he kind of went into takeover mode for a little bit, and I felt like that was so needed for this team. But then that final 5 minute, that final 3-minute stretch or whatever just really kind of weirded me out. I don't know it was weird from Self. That was weird from Melvin. That was weird from Trey White. So it has me concerned, but.
Can't we just can we simplify it as in they were up 20 with 7 minutes to go or whatever it was, and they just took their foot off the gas. Like they were never really, really in danger to lose. The closest
I
it got
think
was 6 with 30 seconds left. Like we were fine. We just got a little worried because I honestly think we were worried. How do I want to put this? Not to lose that game, but just that this side of the team came back. I don't know if you would agree with that.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right. And I think you see that a lot in NCAA tournament teams, not just from Kansas teams, that you just get a little shook in the NCAA tournament, but I don't think it's an indicator of like, I think we're still in the locker room with like good vibes, right? Like, I feel like, I hope the team got there. Hey, Turner. Well, it looks like he's. But do you feel like the team like got back to the locker room and everyone is feeling good? Like that's what I'm most concerned about. This team needs momentum. It needs positivity within themselves. Obviously, the fans, we're not doing a great job. Hello. Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there we go.
Is it bad?
It's a little,
how's the
little
Wi-Fi?
Cloudy, but you sound all right.
If it starts getting bad, let me know. But we stink. Not good.
Well, I don't know. It is interesting to hear your take that is someone that was there live. Oh boy, I don't know if your internet's going to work, B-Turn.
Gone. Turner. Well, let's let them reboot and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Because to your point a little bit, like it did only get to 6. And like I'm kind of wondering if Kevin Harlan wasn't on the call, would it have felt as close as it actually was? Like
no, I was thinking that about the fans too. Like they were going, like you said it earlier, they're down 13 and they're going nuts like it was a 2-point game.
Yeah, he's like, and Harlan's like, yeah, like he's just going nuts on every Daniel step back. And it was awesome, but like, yeah, I think that's a good point. We were never anywhere close to losing that game. Like even if he makes another one, we're still up 3. They still had to foul us a couple times.
I wish I was looking at the live odds while it was happening because I bet we never got lower than. I bet Cal Baptist money line was never better than 10-1 or lower than 10-1.
Yeah, I
honestly.
thought about that. I thought about.
I mean, like I guess we can look at like the what is it? What do they call it on ESPN? Like the win percentages or whatever.
Win probability.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. That's actually one of the most bananas things I've ever seen. When it was 66, 66.
Coffee 60. Says 5.5 was the lowest it ever was.
On the money line?
Yeah.
I mean, it was 94.7% when it was 66-60 with a minute and a half to go. Win probability. So we were fine.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for people that had KU spread tonight though, because they were really covering, even though we looked so bad in the first 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Once it got to like 18-8, I don't know what the line was, 13.5, 14.5. Like they covered for 30 minutes straight.
How we doing?
Hey.
Okay,
like
beat
playing at Cal Baptist tonight.
Yeah, it's gross.
That was like Hilton, or that was like Iowa State fans at the Big 12 tournament on TV.
To be honest, when they were doing like the pregame intro videos, whatever, and they were like Cal Baptist, and they had their crowd make noise, and then they said the Kansas Jayhawks, and our crowd was louder. So I think we had a little more fan, but they had the student section, and they didn't have much to cheer about for a long time. I mean, that is one of the worst teams I've ever watched. Like, dude, number 8, their big man is the worst player I've ever watched.
Yeah, they were bad.
I guess Dom got some shots up early, but why was he not just chucking? Their offense could not score. We missed, 100 layups first 5 minutes of the game?
200.
Yeah.
And, dude, we are just so offensively challenged.
Okay, well, so I'm curious. you were at the game. Me and AB were just talking about, like, when I got on to start this show, I was kind of shook by how the final 5 minutes of that game went. But then we've kind of talked through it, and like, we were never really at risk of losing. And we had Kevin Harlan on the call going banana land every shot Daniels made that made it feel way closer. But like being there in person, one, how frustrated were you that Darren Peterson wasn't touching the ball late in that game? And two, were you ever actually concerned we were going to blow that game?
No, I was never concerned we'd actually lose. I think the sketchiest it ever got was up 6 and they had the ball.
Yeah,
and Dom kind of shot
left.
a mid-ranger off the backboard. But honestly, like I was ready to leave at half, and I was like about to fall asleep to start the second half. And then I kind of leaned up in my chair because Dom and DP were like trading bucket for bucket there for a second.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I think Dom hit a and one mid-ranger to get it to 15, and he did Tiger Woods, Augusta, fist pump at our bench or towards that end of the floor, and I was laughing at him.
Yeah,
like,
we were just talking about that. He was like pumping up the crowd down 13 with like 6 minutes to play.
We were up 26.
Dude, and I was. It
would have been the biggest choke ever. They said the biggest was 25.
NCAA tournament history?
Yeah.
I sent a text because I had DP to score 25 plus, and I sent a text to this other group chat, and I was like, how long do you think Self's going to play the starters? Like, I'm getting worried that he's not going to play enough to get to 25, and then he scored 6 in 10 seconds, which obviously helped the cause. But then I'm sitting there watching Daniels go nuts, and I'm like, oh my God, like what an all-time jinx by me to talk about sitting the starters, and here we are grinding for this win.
Yeah, but that's a very reasonable thought for you to have, given what the score was. How much time was left?
I remember looking up at the scoreboard, and Dom had 5 points kind of deep into the second half. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Paul and Diaz season?
Yep.
Yeah. Already we talked about that. But what is your take, B-Turn, on our late game execution not getting, because I felt like I kind of was like, okay, this is good. We're having game pressure, but we couldn't have handled it worse.
It's like we were scared to get into any action. We're just pounding it up near half court. No one wanted the ball. No one wanted to attack. No one wanted to create or anything. And yeah, DP, I mean, he is single-handedly carrying you the whole night. I think Bryson, Melvin, and Flory combined for like 16 points.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, DP was, a couple layups away start of the game from us talking about like 35 or 40. He missed like 5 layups early.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unbelievable. We had 62 points with 8:54 left.
Yeah. And I would bet Peterson took like 2 shots in the final 8 minutes. It was just, and we had 3 timeouts. And to your point, like, we're just pounding the ball, and everyone that you don't want touching the ball is touching the ball. And I was like screaming, like I wanted Bill Self to just call a time. Bill was just kind of standing there too. So
he's just chilling. Ready to get on the golf course tomorrow.
There was kind of multiple times late where we just kind of walked it up, got past half court when their crowd was getting loud, and I thought Bill was going to call a timeout, and he didn't. But yeah, we didn't even get clean. I guess Trey had a couple corner threes that were open looks, but outside of that,
that's true.
I'm pretty worried about like Melvin right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't got anything over the front rim in 2 weeks. Trey was fine.
How many shots did Melvin even? Melvin probably shot it less than 6 times tonight.
I don't remember much about him tonight at all.
I think he had 2 buckets, maybe took 1 3.
I'm looking at how many shots he got up.
It did not feel like a lot, which isn't a horrible thing. Like there were times where I think Melvin was maybe chucking a little bit.
2 for 9.
2 for 9.
3 for 23 his last 2 games.
And if you take out the K-State game and add in that Arizona State game, oh my God, it's been rough away from Allen Fieldhouse.
I feel like I know where you stand, but
What?
where are we at with Bryson? I know it's way late in the season. There's not much you can do, but how much playing time does he deserve the rest of the way? Like, is he playable? He was active on the boards, double digit boards. I would almost want to go down with Mbia, a guy that's going to give
Yeah.
you effort. Bryson,
Hey,
dude, he can't
I kind of
score.
felt bad for Bryson because he had. It's almost like he does something good and then he follows it up with two bad things. It's the
Oh,
old
yeah, when he-
adage, the block shot, and then he tries to throw the outlet pass, and it's 10 feet in front of Darren. It's like, what are we doing, dude? Just figure it out.
wait, why were you
Sorry,
calling
Ryan,
a timeout?
Because you
Oh.
put your hand up like you had something to tell us.
I just noticed Bryson Tiller had 10 rebounds.
Hey,
And he was showing signs in the second half of getting it. You even had Bill like kind of clapping and smiling after he got that offensive rebound.
He got on the
He-
floor multiple times.
Yeah.
speaking
So-
of, is Flory alive?
He was, dude, when he went down
Oh, you're
He
talking
under a
screamed
basket,
so loud.
he was limping around pretty good for a while.
Yeah, the way he
Timeout
screamed,
and-
I thought it was over.
I thought you just meant because he did not do anything that whole
Well,
game.
that too. He's just saving it for the Zuby matchup.
We need 18 block shots Sunday.
Yeah, how are you feeling about? I mean, you saw St. John's live. I would say that first 10 minutes, St. John's against Northern Iowa. I don't know if you were there, but it had me feeling not great. But I'm not overly negative. I have not fully decided what I think is going to happen. But
I think my worry is that I don't think St. John's even has to be good offensively to beat us. I think they can just suffocate us defensively, and I guess bad possessions by us lead to runouts for them. But I mean, I could see another performance like Houston at the Big 12 tournament. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
but
it's going to be that bad, but I just
think
feel like
the
St. John's doesn't have
difference
to be
is
good offensively.
We could do the same thing to them, though. I mean, they've shown many times they could just fall apart.
Yeah.
So
I think we would need a night like tonight with Bryson on the boards. Like, you got to have a group effort on the boards because they will get second chances all night. So it's got to
And
be
I
all. I mean,
definitely-
Trey's pretty good on the boards. Melvin's pretty solid for a guard, but that could be the thing that bites us in the ass is second chances with them.
And I think
God,
that
they
was
can't
part of the
shoot.
reason we were seeing Paul get minutes is I think Bill knows like it's possible Paul's going to have to play some minutes on Sunday, which is
yeah. I mean, Bryson
scary,
had
but he
2
was
fouls
great.
too, though.
yeah, that's true.
Dude, it was Cal Baptist, but did Paul not kind of blow you away? I didn't really
Oh,
think he had.
We were stuck.
We already covered it. Like it went from cute little Paul getting minutes to being like, is this guy the future Big 12 player of the year? Like that was it was like Cole Aldridge against North Carolina in the Final Four. It was stunning.
Can't you see
kinda
Paul
felt like-
taking 2 dribbles and a power hop and dunking it in Maui against?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of T-Rob, young T-Rob when he would come off the bench. He looked so poised and like patient in the post.
Yeah. No,
Like he
and-
wasn't in a rush. The game wasn't sped up at all. He got some pretty big boards, some blocks. I would almost play him over Tiller.
Can
Dude, he's-
can I say something about St. John's? Or it's related to St. John's. But like you were saying with how they looked earlier, I'll say it. Northern Iowa fucking stunk. And
They
they
did.
dude, like if their name wasn't Northern Iowa, let's say it was
Belmont,
no, because they've gone on runs too. Just some random
Drake.
Cal Baptist.
Winthrop. If they, I just if it wasn't Northern Iowa in our little pod, we wouldn't have thought twice about them. They were a 6 seed in the Missouri Valley that's lost all their good schools that we remember from growing up in the past decade.
I
like-
did not realize Northern Iowa was the 6th seed in the Missouri
Yeah.
Valley. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yikes.
and they got really hot, but like
Dude, that
I don't
score
know,
early
like-
on was so bad.
I just don't think they were that good. So I don't know how
I don't
much
know.
we need to worry about St. John's looking awesome.
No, but I agree though with what like kind of what B Turn is saying in the fact that do I think St. John's is going to come out scorched earth offensively and like blow us out? No. But I think it's going to be an ugly, disgusting basketball game. And I'm like very worried about our ability to win that type of game away from Allen Fieldhouse. And I just feel like their dudes. I don't know, but at the end of the day, they don't have a Darren Peterson. And that's why I wanted so badly to see us give the ball to Darren Peterson late in this game to just try to take over, because I think that may be where we end up on Sunday. Like, final couple minutes, and it's just like,
It's
give
got
the
to
ball
happen
to DP.
eventually. Yeah.
Dude, that stretch tonight at the end of the first half, all the way up to the last few minutes was, I mean, he's had some electric halves this year, but that's about as good as I've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it feels like he has to be great on Sunday for us to win. Like, I could see a scenario where Flory doesn't get many looks in the post. It's tough to really trust Melvin and Bryson to score right now. And with Trey, I just feel like you never know with him every night. Like, tonight he was getting to the free throw line, hit a couple mid-range jumpers, but outside of that, he's been pretty inconsistent for a while. So kind of have 4 starters on offense that you don't really know what you're going to get. And you include DP, he's great tonight, obviously, but he's had some tough shooting nights for the past month.
I know. That's kind of what's exciting, is like DP put up the numbers he did tonight and still was nowhere near as efficient as he could be. So yeah, I asked AB this earlier. Do you think we can win Sunday where DP just kind of drags us to drags us through the game with horrible offense all around him, but he scores enough just to keep us in it, and then we somehow win with some late game execution? Or do you feel like we've got to get Melvin or Trey White or Flory having like big game, big moment to help win that game? Like, I don't know. I can't.
That's
I don't think
DP's.
I don't think he's going to be enough. Like, somebody has to step up and be awesome, I think.
Because yeah, maybe we still could win kind of a rock fight where DP does score 20, 25 points. Everyone else chips in, because they're not very electric offensively. I mean, just looking at their personnel, really, Bryce Hopkins, Dylan Mitchell, a guy that's been in the Big 12 multiple years before this, like, those aren't really. Hopkins pretty good, but outside of him and Zuby, they don't really have electric scorers. So maybe we could. It sounds crazy, but maybe we could hold them to 60 or so. I mean, would you guys? I would guess you guys wouldn't be shocked if we were in the 50s at this point with how the offense has been for the last month.
I mean, we scored 68 versus Cal Baptist, so I would say
8 minutes without a bucket.
I had KU team total over 75 and a half.
Oh, no.
Didn't even get close.
I'm so sorry.
It didn't even get close. We didn't even break 70.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd love to see the stat on if we've ever won a game where we scored in the 50s in the NCAA tournament. But
Why am I
Creighton,
thinking of like a 59, 57?
Yeah, or like 59.
Maybe in his
50.
scores.
I want to say maybe
head.
Southern Illinois 2007. What was that score?
How gross was that?
I swear to God, if this is it.
Remember how gross the Purdue game was with in 2012 with Elijah?
Oh, yes, we beat Southern Illinois in 2007 Sweet 16, 61-58. So we got above 60.
Who did we beat?
Southern Illinois.
You kept saying Illinois, and I was wondering if that's.
Well, I'm reading it. Fuck
well,
off.
I had to make sure that's not how you said it. I was like, what are we doing, Ryan?
I don't know. I was just reading it.
Yeah,
well, maybe not. I didn't read it the first time. So
What was the Davidson final score in 08?
Oh,
was that?
I forgot about this game.
Oh, that game was gross. God, we won gross games.
Didn't
and
we
then
not
Elite
make
Eight.
a shot outside of like 7 feet that game?
Final score from Detroit, Michigan. The Jayhawks 59, the Davidson Wildcats 57.
Yeah,
Okay.
we couldn't score. A game with
We
Steph
can do
Curry.
50s. That's good news, boys.
So
We've made
now-
Final Fours while playing.
If
dog
we can
shit
hold
offense.
Steph Curry, we can hold Zuby.
We didn't hold Steph because I was about to bring up that might answer your question of,
Richard!
Can DP just dominate and drag us over the finish line? And that game right there might show us that maybe he can't. But St. John's isn't the 2008 Kansas team. So
Yeah.
I can't lie. Before halftime, when DP did that, I was like, dude, we're back.
I was
This
I was
team.
so back. I was starting to think about Indianapolis. I was starting to think about the who would narrate the Monday night in April video that they put out.
It's
I
Monday
just
night in April. Oh,
Dave McCormick doing it.
Remy.
Hey.
No, I agree, and that's what we were talking about. B-turn is like vibes are going, and I'm trying not to let that affect me, but I think my vibes, had we not seen that 8-minute stretch at the end of that game, like my vibes would be really, really confident and good. And because I truly believe if we make the Sweet 16, like I think this team will just like loosen up and feel amazing, and Melvin will be back, and we're gonna beat Duke, and I can't wait. But boy, I'm more worried. Like if you told me to pick a game we win, St. John's or Duke, like we got to play both of them on Sunday, I think we'd beat Duke before we beat St. John's. I'm kidding. Kind of a joke, but
That was me saying I'd rather have Duke over Northeastern.
no. Yeah,
Never
because
forget.
a big part of my theory is that I really just think we need that like pressure of getting to the second weekend off our back, and we will have
Guys.
nothing to lose playing Duke.
We need to apologize to Texas Huntsmen for not remembering a game that happened in 1985, 9 years before any
You
of us were
kids-
born.
Shout out Texas Huntsman. That's a good
Thank you
poll,
for
though.
listening. But
Wait,
Oh, yeah, 49-38. That's great. That's actually an insane
Crazy.
score, and even in 1985.
why do we have to bring up the USC game?
we scored in the 50s, but we didn't win. We can find plenty of losses. We had
Wait.
50s.
That really was the final score?
Yeah, dude, we got
That-
worked.
That was a 1-point spread.
Yep.
I think, wasn't it?
It's because they
Around
didn't
that?
know those. They didn't know those two guys were brothers.
Boy, did
Oh
I
my
have-
god. It's the best tweet ever.
At least they don't have brothers.
Well,
I thought we'd lose to Eastern Washington.
Oh God, what a funny! Yeah, we had 2 straight NCAA tournament games where I turned the game off in the second half with Auburn and USC.
Okay,
That's kind of absurd to think about USC basketball as a program. Kansas in the last 5 years has a 35-point loss to them in an NCAA tournament game. That is strange.
Dude, I was listening to Stanford Steve, and he was
I love this guy.
sweet.
Shout
boy.
out Texas Huntsman.
I love him.
He was naming programs and asking what they all had in common. It was like Georgetown, Syracuse, Butler, Florida Atlantic, San Diego State, NC State. What do they all have in common? They've been to a Final Four more recently than Arizona.
Oh,
It really is crazy to think about that Arizona, that respected of a basketball program, hadn't been in 25 years.
yeah.
They've
But-
had so many good teams.
Because,
Sean
like, think
Miller.
about
dude.
us. Like, I don't know that I would remember. And I know I've taken heat from you guys on this before, but I don't know if KU made the 2001 Final Four. I don't think I would remember it.
I would have been.
No.
It would have been tough for me. Like I remember 02 Final Four
I do
a
too.
little bit, but
Barely.
01
Falling asleep to Maryland, Indiana. I remember
Yeah.
03. But 01, and my point being is, imagine rooting for a team that probably 10 times you think you have a team that's legit good enough to go to a Final Four, and you're 30, 31, 32 years old, and you can't even remember watching your team in the Final Four ever.
That's
Like
true.
that,
And
it really is.
and
bizarre
you've
to
had
think.
you've had Salim Stoudemire, Derek Williams,
Iguodala.
Aaron Gordon.
Bill
Well, I
Walton's
think-
son.
I think Iguodala played in the 01 Final Four. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
he's that old.
They deserve it for beating us in '97. They could suck.
Okay.
forever. I remember that
But-
game.
Incredible.
that is true. That's a little bit of like karma. But you want to know something that's insane about what you just said with Stanford Steve, AB? Because if you say, let's say Florida Atlantic, San Diego State, NC State, who are some other in the last 10 years? Who are some other teams that have made the Final Four that are just outrageous?
Can you believe San Diego State played for a natty?
Did Oregon State make the Final Four? Or did they lose in the Elite Eight
Elite Eight.
God.
in 2021, the COVID tourney?
Anyways, the point I was going to make is all those teams have also been to a Final Four since Kentucky's been to their last Final Four, which
Was it
is
15?
Yes. They're going on 11 years since a Final Four.
Dude, that game today was unfucking real.
Yeah.
I don't want to be prisoner of the moment. I'm sorry.
God.
But you have to. The moment was so good. You have to appreciate it a little bit.
What
Like-
did you have? What did you have, B? Turn money line Santa Clara?
I had the under. Went to overtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't call it undertime.
Normal shot, really. I mean, people make shots like that all the time.
Well,
Mark
I-
Pope,
Uh,
dude. Speaking of Kentucky, that's only a 4-point spread on Sunday against Iowa State. I wonder
And
what the
Jeffer-
deal is with Jefferson.
he's in a walking boot. They said high ankle sprain. There's
God.
no way he's going to be good.
high ankle sprain? Yeah, he ain't playing.
AB, is
Yeah.
this
He's
what
out
me
for the
and
year.
is this what me and Rye get for picking them to make the Final Four on the pod?
Yes.
Yep.
Dude,
think
I
gotta check
actually
Will Bracketeau, but I think I do have Kentucky in the Elite or Sweet 16.
I actually think Kentucky
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Let me see.
AB's his Sweet 16 teams are dropping like flies. He
Hey,
had,
I've got 14 alive. The only two I lost, as
Akron?
I said,
Hofstra?
Akron. Wait,
you lost Missouri.
no,
Oh.
no. Only
Northern
Mizzou.
Iowa?
The only one I've lost is Mizzou.
Oh, Miami won?
Yeah, they pulled away late. Mizzou went up 54-52. And then the next thing you know, it was 63-54 Miami.
Yeah, embarrassing stuff from
really
Missouri,
fun.
dude, because their crowd absolutely showed out.
Yes, they did.
Wait, so I was gonna ask you guys, did Cal Baptist crowd sound really loud on TV? Because I had multiple texts about people were like, how
Bananas.
loud is it?
I thought it was a road game.
I was half serious when I texted Alan, who was watching at a bar and couldn't hear the crowd. I said, "This is basically like Iowa State at the Big 12 tournament. Like that's how loud it sounded early in that game." And thank God that team just was clanking every single shot they put up because that crowd got taken out of it real quick.
I'm trying to think
Dude.
how many points they had at certain minute marks, but it was like,
What are you looking at?
SLU plus 12.5 against Michigan. Are you kidding me? They're winning that game.
don't you think the TCU line is kind of disrespectful too?
All the one
God.
seeds are like the same spread.
Dixon
my
plays
God.
good teams pretty tough. Experienced coach.
Hey, so I've been saying this since the brackets came out. I do think a one seed goes down this weekend. Which of the four do you guys think is most likely?
I think it's
Gotta be
Well,
Michigan.
I think
No,
Duke
well,
wins
yeah.
by 20. I think Duke rolls. No, the more I think about it, I think they roll.
Just because they
my-
kind of squeaked by.
my
Hey.
brain says
Mhm.
Duke or Michigan, but there is still what was that stat up until Florida
Who does
or
Florida play?
UConn repeated? Like how long it had been since a defending national champion made a Sweet 16? Like it had been a really long time.
Long time. I think it was like shit. I
Probably
don't know.
was it since 07
Well,
Florida?
let's try and
Who does Florida
go
play?
through it. I'm trying to think. So like UConn.
Well, I guess
broke
we-
through, so but like we didn't. So we lost. in
made this-
22.
Yeah, but we made. I'm
23,
going all the way
sorry.
back to 08. Like we made the Sweet 16 in 09.
Yeah. Carolina and
then-
10 didn't even make the tournament, did they?
No, and then I bet UConn or no,
Duke.
who Duke won it in 2010,
10.
but in 2011, yeah, they lost to Derek Williams and like when they had Kyrie, so they did make it to the Sweet 16.
I don't think it went
Um,
back near that far.
Okay,
But like Duke in 15, I'm pretty sure they lost early in 16.
yeah,
Yeah, they definitely did. They lost to South Carolina.
yep,
Was it? No, that was 17. Sorry. That was
yeah.
17.
What was 2016 Duke? I don't remember that team at all.
I gotta look it up. This is gonna drive me nuts. Can we do a Sporkle before we go?
I mean, how do we do that?
Sporkle.com. And then split screen it. All right,
Let's see.
2015-16 Duke. They lost in the Sweet 16 to Oregon.
Oh yeah, that was when Coach K lectured Dylan
Yep.
Brooks after he made a buzzer
Sure
beater.
was.
Okay, so they made
But
it
they
Sweet
lost.
16.
They
so-
lost by 14 though.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I don't really understand why we wouldn't play after the Arizona game on Sunday.
Did you see what they did? They put Miami, Florida at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Both days, 11 a.m. They put the team that played in the latest game possible. It's a joke, man. It's a fucking joke.
But I'm just like, the
No.
Arizona game, it's in the same gym. Arizona and Utah State played early today. St. John's and KU played last. Why wouldn't they put the Arizona game
They want us.
before our
They
game?
want us to be standalone for an hour for ratings. Put us on CBS. I guess
Imagine
Arizona.
tuning in to watch our offense.
Ooh.
Woo! Dude, we're gonna lose.
Dude, I'm looking at Sporkle right now. This is incredible, AB.
You've never done Sporkle.
I've never like browsed it like this. I'm
There's
just like
so much, dude. So much. There's a quiz on there if you can name every single lyric to Althea by the Grateful Dead. I've done that once or twice.
hold on, I got one that we're gonna do.
Jesus Christ.
I think it'll be funny. Okay, how do I do this though? Shit. This is horrible, but anyone that's still watching anyone that's still watching at 12:27 is a sicko anyways.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, while we're at it, week from today, or yesterday technically, is opening day for the Kansas City Royals.
Gun.
Denny Matthews, final season, and it will end in the ALCS.
Kansas City, you have a World Series.
Chop to Moustakis. Over to first, got him. Royals win the American League, and we'll be back with Steve with totals.
I don't
Zero
know.
Excitement. I want to ask. I know they've been insanely good this year, but do you think Duke fans feel differently about their team after Thursday? Like, wouldn't you be a little nervous?
Yeah, because
I'm
knowing
just
there's
trying
like
to picture
there's a
myself
concrete reason. It's probably due to injuries and like just I don't know.
like when we played freaking Western Kentucky at the Sprint Center in 2013, 16
Yeah.
seed.
And it's like-
"Ugh."
And there was some stat that said like one seeds that have won by single digits have never gone on to like make the Final Four or something. I don't know. It was some
Yes,
it was
we're coming
something
out of the
crazy.
East.
I know. Hold on, AB. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because I only have my laptop this time. Usually I have like monitors, but let's see. Maybe.
Hey,
All right. Do you see that?
college basketball broadcasters by image. How many are
Yeah.
there? I wonder what the level of difficulty is going to be. It's got good ratings.
Holy crap! This thing's got a lot of ads. All right, here we go. Play quiz. What? Oh, do I just start typing,
Greg
Yeah.
Gumbel.
or do I have to
Jay
click
Billis.
it? Or no, I have to click
Oh,
it.
Shaving a
Vern.
haircut.
Musper,
Brent
where's
Musper.
Brent? Yeah, I don't like
There
the
it
click
is.
one. This one's silly.
Yeah, my bad. I
Dykes.
didn't know.
No, you're good.
Fran. Oh, Jim Sparknell. This one's kind of hard.
Seth Davis.
Who's
Sonny
Jim
Dykes.
Sparknell?
Oh man, no, the name sounds so familiar.
We're gonna skip him.
Oh.
Gus
Yeah, well-
Johnson.
Well,
You almost clicked on Kellogg.
you missed
You-
Gus.
Where's Gus?
Where is
There
the
he
guy?
There's Clark.
Golly.
Gottlieb.
Shorts
bottom.
backwards.
Who
Ugh.
the fuck is Gus?
Dude, I saw Lavin. Lavin's
I-
bottom right.
I got Gus already.
bottom,
I thought you
Steve
skipped.
right.
Rabbit. There you go. Okay. Thank
I saw
you.
him tonight.
Ian Eagle. Dan Bonner.
Be a tough one.
No, that's not. It's right there.
That
Fourth row, yes.
Jimmy Dykes.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
Jimmy D.
Top
Who's
left.
that?
Oh, Greg Gumbel, R.I.P. Man. Dick Enberg.
You're
Oh boy.
Your Adidas. He's right,
Right there.
The purple
Purple
shirt.
next to Schulman.
Nope. Young guy.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yep.
Good call, boys. I don't know if I would have got
Put him in a
that.
straight jacket.
Kevin Harlan. Why am I not seeing Kevin
Caddy
Harlan?
corner from
Next to
Adidas.
Enberg.
Oh, geez, yeah.
You better.
Oh, whatever happened to Digger?
Second row,
Digger
very
Phelps.
right. Nope. I can't see.
Al McGuire. Oh boy, is that Al
Oh,
McGuire?
no.
That would be my best guess, but I maybe
Yeah, because I know all the other ones. There we go. Because that's
Second.
Rafferty, that's Nance.
What did you just call him?
Right.
Mr. Nessler.
Oh.
Davis, Sharpie,
Hates Kansas.
Lynn Elmore.
This game is
This
over.
game is over.
Madonna.
Sean McDonough.
That
All
might
the-
be
my-
my.
Oh boy, where's McDonough?
Come
Right
on,
there,
you're right
you
next
dork.
to McGuire, clean teen.
The bald guy. No.
Hey!
Oh my god, I cannot see.
Jeez.
That was wild. Jim Jackson, Bob Knight got a pump fake, and Jim Sparknell.
Just get the ball over in this area, and then
Spark. Yeah, Bob Knight was nuts.
so funny, man.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. That was
There's some,
fun.
like, KU specific ones that we got to dive into at some point. That'll really get the brain working. I think
Yeah, right.
the one that I saw was top 5
Everyone will be scared
scores
to
on
run.
each KU team since 2000, and that'll just get it rolling.
The top what?
Top 5 scores for KU in every season from 2000 to current.
Ooh.
I think maybe last year was the cutoff.
Yeah, we got to make that a tradition. At the end of every episode, we do a Sporkle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Yak.
Well, this was fun. We went an hour. I told AB, yeah, I'm down to do a quick one, but here we are, 12:30. What do you know? It's an hour.
No such
But
thing
hey.
as a quick one with me, huh?
Guess what? The Hawks made it. The Hawks made it further this year in the NCAA tournament than they did last year. So that is progress.
Hey, are we really going to lose
Second
three
weekend
straight
next year.
three straight second round games? Say that 3 times fast.
I don't know. Vegas would say yes.
Rise over it.
4 straight years out in the first weekend. Is that really going to be a thing? I'm getting ready to pick us by like 8. 71-63 final.
I'm a little, your Georgia inkling has me a little stressed.
Yeah, we got to
your
talk about
prediction.
that. We got to talk about that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I spent the majority of last week texting people and looking at it, thinking that Georgia was very live to go to the Final Four. And like, it wasn't something that I thought was going to happen. It wasn't my prediction. I didn't do it in my brackets or anything. It just felt like something where if there was a bracket that was going to break, it was Michigan that's banged up. It was Tech without Toppin. It was Bama without the weed guy. It was
all the way.
It was Virginia and Iowa State, who I've said many a time I don't trust one bit to go to a Final Four this year. And I just thought, get by St. Louis, who I saw a tweet 1 billion times how Georgia was top 25 in the last month, while SLU was like 165th. And I'm like, this is perfect. This is a cakewalk. St. Louis won that game 30 seconds into it last night. I texted in the group with Vernon, Schwert, and all those guys, and I said, ball game. I wasn't kidding.
That was
I've never seen a
crazy.
team flat out quit like that. The beginning of the second half was the strangest performance I've ever seen in my entire life. It was a 20-0 run to start. They turned it over every single time.
And it was just like, I mean, I am like a supreme non-ball knower. I know nothing about ball, but for some reason, I've just been obsessed with SLU. And I was ready to take SLU all the way to the Elite Eight. And then you guys all start texting about Georgia, and you text me at midnight saying, talk me out of Georgia to make the Final Four. And I'm like, what am I missing with this Georgia team? Like, I must be missing something with Georgia. That's the worst basketball team I've ever witnessed. And I saw Cal Baptist play tonight. So
it was very embarrassing.
It was They were down 40 at one point, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
How bad was Cal Baptist?
It's one of the worst sprinkles anyone has ever placed. I mean, that thing lived a
within
shorter
minutes.
life. I don't even know what to compare this to. That thing wasn't alive for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Oh,
You placed it well in advance.
No, I didn't. 5
Not
minutes
really,
before
'cause,
tip
yeah.
off. I
That was what was.
because I kept talking about it.
What?
I kept hinting
I thought
at
you
it.
had texted me.
I did. I was like, I'm thinking, I'm considering, and I was just like, you know what? I'll put $5 on it just to say that, because it's at that point I had talked about it so much that if
You would
it
have
did
hated it.
happen and I didn't have the 65-1 ticket, I would have been so mad at myself. Again, wasn't my prediction, just felt like a bracket that could get loose. And
Yeah.
I mean, I texted Cole. The thing that struck me to do it was, you know, when they put like the upcoming games with like 10 minutes until tip, they put those up on top of the screen.
Yeah.
That came up and I was like, oh shit, Georgia's starting soon. I better, actually lock that one. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Stuff.
It was worth the story. Like, that's a story we'll
It's-
talk about for years to come.
I want to see the timestamps on this from when in that group, when I sent it to when I said it was dead.
Any sneaky
for the
Final Four
last.
picks for rest of the way?
Slow.
At 9:04 p.m. I said, let's get crazy, boys, with the picture. At 9:12 p.m. I said,
Let's get crazy, boys.
at 9:12 I said ball game, and at 9:17 I said they're the worst team in the field. And it
That's
only got worse.
I really think
mean-
Cal Baptist was the worst team in the field.
They were horrific.
I actually think we got
Like-
like an insanely lucky draw with Cal Baptist. Like, they were terrible.
Mm.
All right. I got to go to bed. I'm tired. And my baby's going to be awake in 5 hours, ready to just attack the day. So,
Sure.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
You're about, what, 2 months away from this life, AB?
Yeah, I mean, May 21's the scheduled date. We'll see if it gets to that, but yeah, it's gonna be
You
happening.
guys are machines.
Hey, strong swimmers.
All right.
Are we recording Sunday, win or lose?
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
out on Monday. I'm unavailable Monday, so if we don't on Sunday, it's gonna have to wait till Tuesday.
We should have time, I feel like.
I think, yeah.
If we're
we
at 2 or
Sunday.
no, 4 your guys' time
Yeah.
Sunday.
I mean,
Yeah, we should be fine.
I
Just
don't
depend
know.
on our vibes. If we get our ass whooped, how are we all going to handle that?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'll say this right now. I will not be doing a podcast at 6:30 p.m. if we lose and there are other competitive games on. I will not be that can wait a day or two.
All right. Well, good, because we're winning, so we'll be live, folks. So, all right.
And then
Whoa.
we're going to be talking about beating Duke and
Ryan already is. Ryan's convinced we're going to a Final Four if we score 3 more points than the Red Storm on Sunday.
Yep.
I
57
don't hate it.
54. Let's win, and then let's make the Final Four.
Hey.
All right.
Poet, you didn't even know.
Thank you all for joining us here till almost 1 a.m. Shout out to the loyal listeners. But yeah, hey, survive in advance, baby. Rock chalk, and we'll see you hopefully Sunday night.